Oh, good day, everyone. How are we going? Mic's on. Are we live? Is this thing on?
Yeah, it should be on. What are the comments saying?
How are we doing, folks? As running through a quick update there, Dennis Hauger, actually, or better known as Patrick Swayze, taking the win yesterday away from Richard Verschoor, who's DQ'd. Both Trident cars out of the running there, so not too sure what happened, but somebody's fucked up. Yep. Thanks for all the compliments flooding in on the silk shirt there. Ali will be pleased. She bought this for me. Novalak's running late. Novalak's hit traffic. So we can expect. Have we got a tracker? Have we got Novalak on GPS?
Yeah, we do.
All right, excellent. We can keep a thumb on that as we go through the opening phases of the feature race here. Interesting tide in Jeddah. All the waves seem to be crashing sort of in a really specific place ahead of the shoreline, which is odd. Maybe MBS has been up to his old tricks again, sort of manipulating weather. But anyway, here's Kush Miney. He gets his pole after all in the Invicta. I think they're just called Invicta Racing now. I'm used to calling them Virtuosi. And there's Jacques Lounet alongside him in the P2 position. Obviously, Oliver Behrman not joining this race today. He's been called up on his Ferrari reserve driver duty, so we wish him all the best, and we'll be covering that race later on this evening if you're watching UK time. Getting a look here now at Victor Martins. He'll be starting from third, looking to recover on a shocking start to his weekend yesterday, getting binned off into the wall pretty aggressively. So, and that's it. So I'm looking at the grid. I'm looking at OG Kush Miney, who looks like he's driving a Renault in 2010. And I think I'm looking forward to this one. Yesterday's sprint race was, let's face it, quite shit. So fascinated to see how this all unplays. So Villagomez off the rear. Then I'm going to run through the grid now here because it's flashing up on my screen. Cordell and Miata from P20 and 19 respectively. Then we've got the PHM machines of Joshua Dirksen, fun name, and Taylor Barnard starting 18th and 17th. Friend of the show, Juan Manuel Correa. He'll start alongside last week's race winners, Zane Maloney. Interesting thing to say. Gabby Bortoletto, disappointing start for him. He'll line up P14 alongside Zach O'Sullivan, the young man in the Williams Academy. Right behind fellow Williams Academy driver Franco Colapinto, starting from P12 alongside Roman Stanek P11. Then into the top 10 we've got Jose Maria Marti, otherwise known as Pepe Marti, starting alongside Paul Aaron. Then we've got Richard Verschoor, yesterday's race winner, on track but also disqualified, starting P8 alongside angry Frenchman Isaac Hadjar. Then we go into Patrick Swayze, who's still looking hot even in that profile photo, in P6 alongside Italian hero Kimi Antonelli, who's up behind Enzo Fittipaldi, starts P4 alongside French hopeful Victor Martins starting P3. And then the front row, as I said, Carlton Jack Crawford starting P2, right next to OG Kush Miney, who gets that pole position after his unfortunate disqualification last week in Bahrain. That was pretty fucking slick, to be fair. I reckon I actually crushed that. All right, one light to go. And the formation lap starts now as the boys pull away from the grid.
Any comments on Clem?
What's the Clem? What's the GPS on Novalak?
He is...
Somebody stalled it.
5 minutes.
Clem's 5 minutes out, and one of the PHM cars is out early. Is it Barnard or is it the other chap, Dirksen? Hard to tell. Don't know their helmets off by heart. It's Barnard. Barnard's going to get wheeled into pit lane where he's going to start the race. So, bit of a shitter for him. But to be honest, the first corner here in Saudi Arabia is a real bitch of a thing. So, all right, we're rejoining here now. So I'm looking at Kush Miney, rounding the big sweepy corner. You know what I mean, if you're a real fan. If you're trying to sync up here, so we're on the formation lap. As I click my knuckles.
Protesters on the street.
There's protests on the street. People are protesting Novalak. and quite rightly so. As we're getting a replay here of Kushmani skidding and popping over the curbs. Giving a bit of an interview there. Going through the MSC Cruise Line section, now into the Lenovo section on the formation lap. Do try your best to sync up at home, you'll get the best performance. Here we go. All right, we're on board Paul Aaron. He's going to be starting on the Hypersoft, Super Soft, the pink one, the pink tyres, whatever that is. I wonder what the sitch is there. Barnard's on the mediums. Not that he's really, probably targeting a race win here. But you never know. This is Formula 2 and this is Saudi Arabia. Anything can happen here, except for human rights. Stanek getting some heat into the mediums. All right, so started seeing a lot of mediums. Marty on the soft, the super soft. I'm going to commit to super soft. I don't care if I'm wrong. I'm going to commit to calling it the super soft. We've got super softs and mediums. On board with Gabby here in that 2010 Renault. All right, we're on board with Antonelli. The sole premier in this race. He's starting on the super soft. Looking at the back of the grid now, the DBX rolls into sight. And here we go, the green flag flies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And off we go. Oh, it's quick release. OG Kushmani with a great launch, leaving Jack Crawford and the rest of the field behind. And it's going to be simple going through into turn 1. Enzo Fittipaldi's looking to make a couple of moves and looks to do so around the outside of Antonelli. He'll go. That's a nice start from the young man from Brazil. One of the Red Bull cars has been turned right around. I think that might have been Jose Pepe Marti. As Hauger looks to go down the inside of Victor Martins. 2 don't go into 1 there. We've seen that. Oh, but they seem to have got around just fine. Side by side, they'll go through turn 6. And who was that Red Bull that got spun around? Was it Isaac Hadjar? Or is that Marty? I think it might be Marty from the party. It looked pretty violent, whoever it was. And Stanek's out as well. He'll be disappointed. Okay, so Kushmani's off to a storming lead ahead of Jack Crawford. Fittipaldi in the kick VAR, he's up to P3, a great start from him. And then Antonelli chases in P4. Martin's behind, but I dare say that we're going to get a safety car any second now. As Frankie goes to collect Novalak, who escapes protesters by the skin of his teeth. Those beautiful fake teeth that he paid so much for in Turkey. Don't tell him I told you that. All right, safety car. All right, we're going to get a chance to catch our breath here as we see poor old Pepe Marti out of the car after last week's heroics. He'll be very disappointed to see this shit. Jeez, what a shit show through the Pirelli sector. As we see Roman Stanek climbing out of the Trident, all fine. So everyone seems to be okay. That's the main thing when we've got a safety car. Yeah, solid run from Stanek. You really don't want to embarrass yourself on TV when you're running across the track like that. I think it was Fisichella in 2009 who really embarrassed himself with a very, very silly run a couple of times, one of those times in Brazil. Okay, so I love it. We all love an Aston safety car, don't we? It looks great this year. A little bit of yellow trim on it. Beautiful. Oh, and it's a shocker from Gabby Bortoletto. I completely missed that. And his right rear's not on properly. That's very bizarre. That's a very bizarre problem there for Gabby Bortoletto off the line. Oh, I completely missed that. What a shocker. Friend of the show. Our most recent guest, in fact. And Jesus, what the fuck's gone on there? We're going to have to dissect this. Okay, so we're on board Stanek. He may have had the best view of it. Marty's on his left.
My God.
Marty's, yeah, so he's in there. All fine, and he's lost it on his own.
Oh, shit.
And Novalak's arrived. Good day, sir. How do you do?
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Oh.
Riot down, ran a bit late.
Straight from Wimbledon.
No, not quite, but you know. Holy shit, I've had to run from Battersea.
You've had to run from Battersea?
Yeah.
Well, you've missed quite the start.
Marty, I had a bit of a doozy. Hello, chat. Oh, what a fine day.
Yeah, it is. It's actually a beautiful day.
What's with the look today, mate? You're looking like you could rob a casino, but you're also looking like the guy who could walk out of there with 100 grand and made it legally.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling good. I was just feeling a bit 70s today. I was feeling silky. I was feeling smooth, you know.
A bit of silk. Yeah, sorry, chat.
I like the brown detailing that you've got here.
Yeah, little gold,
well.
little...
Yeah, no, it works well.
Yeah. Oh, as we've got Bortoletto who stopped on the side of the road.
They didn't fancy putting his right rear on properly.
Fuck.
So he dropped the clutch off the line and the fucking right rear starts smoking up like Bob Marley. And
oh, no.
And he's no further.
Shitter. So it was Maini in the lead.
OG Kush, yeah, he's leading.
OG Kush up front.
He's leading.
You got old Jackie Moon there with a lovely P2.
Yeah,
starting off
Jackie holding his own quite nicely.
Antonelli, good start.
Antonelli,
P4.
Good start. Fittipaldi, great start. Really nice move around the outside of Antonelli, actually.
Oh, good on him.
Yeah. Victor, not with a great start, but not a lot of movers. One Correa, though, tell you what, thread the needle. Through to P10, the young man goes.
Yeah, for sure, mate. What about Maloney? Maloney lost a spot there, so a bit of a difficult start, per se, from the man from Barbados.
Yeah, but he's got pace in that machine. We saw that yesterday. We saw that last week.
He is a backbone after all, and then that rod in Carlin car. Sorry, Rodden, just
no
Rodden.
Carlin. Yeah, no Carlin.
It's a pretty quick wagon.
Yeah, mate. No, absolutely. Absolutely right.
How's your
absolutely
morning?
Right. Yeah, it was all right. Woke up, had a quick argument, then hightailed it over here.
Old Roberto there on screen next to old...
your old coach.
My old coach there. Good geezer. Shame about the rear left there. Oh, mate. I've had quite the morning.
Have you? What have you been up to? Why are you late?
Well, I you know how it is. You know the
My
old...
hair is absolutely shocking, so I just can't seem to get it right. Anyway,
no.
Continue.
Well, so I woke up.
Well, it's a good start.
Yeah. No, so I woke up, headed down to Brekkie.
I think that's just about got it. Yeah.
I had breakfast. Then I proceeded to get dressed, following my shower.
Yep. I'm still not happy with it.
And, yeah. Little meet up there.
Meet up?
Yeah, ran a bit late.
Would you like to elaborate on this meet up?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no, g'day.
So, yeah, and then a bit late. Road's closed. So, So I actually put in quite a shift yesterday after the stream. Went to the gym there.
The hat's coming on.
Is it coming on? Yeah. No, I went to the gym yesterday. Put in a good solid 10k. You know, getting back on the old running.
Yep.
Didn't think I'd have to run this morning, but I did. And I tell you what, as comfortable as the old Loro Pianas are, mate.
Are they? What is that? A sort of. It's not a forest green. Duck green. I don't like the hat. I've decided.
But yeah, no, not the most famous running shoes. A lot of people in chat saying Clem's had a Brazilian snack this morning.
Oh. It's a very objectifying way to talk about people.
Well, that's what chat's saying.
A couple of caipirinhas.
I have had a couple of caipirinhas, not today, last night.
You have a caipirinha last night?
Oh,
Where'd you go? What did you get up to last night, you sick bastard?
Well, you know what it is. It's the gym. Post gym
They're,
drink.
they're serving caipirinhas at the gym. aren't they?
Yeah, on my way out.
Excellent.
So, as we're getting towards safety car ending there, Miney's trying to
Here we
build
go.
that
OG
gap.
Kush
We've got
backs
some
up the pack.
cars sort of going round.
I like the blue operation that Jacques Lunet's gone for. I really
Boldy.
wasn't on board with that scheme when they were. And Kush has
overlap.
dropped it.
Yeah, he's dropped it. He's going. Slide
going
overlap.
off
And
A shocker from
Antonelli.
Antonelli. He's
But he
just ruined
saved it.
that set of tyres.
Well, he saved it. He saved it. It's a 28-lap race. Let's not forget. We could be going green until the end, and I think you'll see that if that's the case,
I
there'll
don't
probably
think
be
that's gonna be
quite
the
a few
case.
mistakes from certain drivers in the
Yeah.
sense that it is quite a physical track out there on the old Jeddah Corniche circuit, as we've got
Correa
Correa.
continuing to make moves.
He's just defending there from O'Sullivan, setting himself up nicely to go and chase Aaron. But yeah, no, good start to this race, I guess. Not really seen much.
No. No one really has, to be honest. Not much has happened.
A lot of gringos mentions in the chat.
The gringo.
Yeah.
Have we got, is that the Brazilian following?
It must be. If you're in chat and you're Brazilian,
Drop a
please,
Brazilian flag in
yeah.
the chat if you're Brazilian.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Why not? Actually, matter of fact, just drop in your nationality,
Yeah,
whoever you
drop
are.
your flags.
Drop your flags
Which
there.
that sounds a bit filthy. Drop your flag.
James, your daddy mind speaking lengths again.
All right, on board
As we've
O'Sullivan
got,
for a replay.
yeah,
He's gone,
O'Sullivan's just-
geez, charging.
Oh, he's nearly put it down the side of...
He's nearly punched a hole in the side of Correa.
Oh, geez, loads of different flags. Wow. Well, no flags, actually. Just looks like...
A few first timers. Good
Few
to see some
first-timers
people
in the
losing
chat.
the V plates in the chat.
Yeah, we love to see people in the chat giving us some
Yeah,
comments.
careful on that one. Well avoided. Okay, we're seeing O'Sullivan go through to... Why don't they give us the turns like they give us in Formula One?
Well, I don't know, but we've got Antonelli's radio there. We can't quite understand what he's saying, but it seems to be something related maybe to that initial lockup at the restart. Victor Mines really selecting reverse right now. He's
Hadjar trying to send it on
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze, but no cigar.
No cigar there, but the cork in the bottle really definitely seems to be Victor Martins, who's dropped back already a second and a half.
Firmly on struggle street.
He
Victor
is
Martins.
struggling at some point.
Here we go. Isaac Hadjar is down the inside.
He's trying to make it stick, but
again,
Patrick
he's-
Swayze just smart enough to keep it around the outside
Again.
there, getting that outside line, being able to carry a bit
Yep.
more straight.
And he's going to have to keep
more
his
speed.
Cuban in the humidor there.
Yep, he definitely is.
And now Dennis sort of becoming the cork as well as we go through this sort of S section where it's very difficult to follow, I should imagine.
Quite interesting. Maybe Victor Mines on the medium tyres. We haven't quite noticed, but this is a feature race, so different compounds on different cars.
Yeah,
It'd be quite
absolutely.
interesting to see exactly what the guys have opted for.
And we're going to get the
It's-
DRS this time around.
We
mate,
are
so
as
we
well.
could see this become a little bit easier
gonna
for
be-
one Dennis Hauger, aka Patrick Swayze. If
Massive
you're not up
shit
to speed
fight
on that.
basically.
We love a massive shit fight.
Yeah, it's welcome to Screaming Meals. But yeah, no, my heart's still beating a bit fast, mate. Not because of the racing, though. Purely because of the fact that
Rooting.
I've had to run. No, not rooting.
Oh, okay.
Well, just the run.
Just the run.
Yeah.
We'll stick with that.
We'll stick with that.
DRS now enabled as we see the letterboxes open on the rear of these cars. There's one of the Williams cars getting right out wide.
And
there for
a
some
bit
reason.
of incorrect starting location there for Cordeal and Miata.
Yeah, doesn't matter, they're
Interesting.
starting P18 and 19. Probably some confusion with Ollie Behrman being out of the race.
That's something that the guys have had to contend with over these last couple of days. There, Ollie Behrman's absence. Would have been starting on pole.
Indeed. Now, everyone's going to have DRS from...
Patrick Swayze's made a move.
Swayze's through.
Swayze's
Swayze's
through, but
through.
Victor's got that DRS and he's flying by.
Yeah, Swayze's
And-
made a bit of a meal of that, to be perfectly honest.
Well, I think he's just overtaken in the wrong place, and Hadjar trying to make it stick around the outside of Martin.
He's
He's trying to
over-
get 2 in 1, but
He's overtaken himself there.
He's gained a spot. Put it this way.
He's lost his spot.
Oh, Hadjar.
No, Hauger.
Oh no, Hauger's lost 2.
Yeah.
Quite
He
unfortunate.
really turned a victory into a loss.
Yeah, massively.
Yeah.
It tends to happen that in F2, as we mentioned yesterday.
With the
Quite-
sort of mix-up in DRS zones. Good for racing, though.
Great for racing.
Something that the FIA's got right. You can't say that every day.
For once,
You
yeah.
can't say that every day.
And we can go back to that quote, that famous quote from yourself there, that Sebastian Vettel would definitely make the best FIA president, probably.
Yeah, old MBS under investigation for a bit of manipulation.
Is that so?
Yeah, have you not seen?
Race manipulation.
That's the latest episode of the Formula One soap opera.
Ah, soap opera. Yeah, no. It's been a bit of an eventful year there.
I've heard they're actually talking about renaming the licensing of Formula One to Days of Our Drives.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Ah, turning it into a full-on soap opera.
Well, because Max Verstappen's made it so uninteresting, they've had to turn the back office situation into a sort of like Suits kind
the
of,
Office.
Law and Order kind of hybrid situation.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on now. What they're doing is they're just turning it into a sort of its own reality TV show.
Outside the race.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So that's what they're having to do because of Max. But anyway, we'll return to Formula 2, which does remain to be mostly fair racing.
Well, obviously, cars quite a lot closer in terms of speed and consistency there.
Absolutely
we've got
so.
Correa lining up a move in the back there, as we've got Patrick
Dennis
Swayze.
Hauger opens DRS before coming into pit lane.
That is
commitment. That shows intent, doesn't it?
That shows intent.
And Hadjar's through on his countryman. So there we go. The first blood drawn for Victor Martins there as he slides down into the P5 position.
Quite an eventful start to this race.
And a slick-looking pit stop for High Tech, which again you can't say every day.
It's quite surprising as well from the Dams crew, who made a mistake last weekend. And
MP looking to do a decent job there.
It looks like everybody's done a fine job. What a shame.
Somebody's parked up.
What about Richard Verschoor?
Yeah. Running the old DQ operation. I mean, you know what it's like to be running that Trident car and have a result taken away from you in the steward's office.
Indeed. Not the first time for Richard Verschoor with that team as well. Happened before.
Yes, indeed. Austria.
Indeed, in Austria, yeah. So bit of a...
OG Kushmini being told to box from the lead.
It looks to be like it's going to be a box.
Box.
Miata with the 10-second stop-go penalty there for incorrect starting position. Everybody diving into the box, so let's see if the overcut or the undercut is going to work. Victor Mines really selecting reverse. I don't know what's going on in that ART wagon.
And is that Correa behind him? It is so. Jeepers, creepers.
Yeah, Correa there on the mediums. Victor clearly on the softs, or the super softs, lacking a lot of pace there.
I have to say, this does look like a fun track.
Oh, it's a great track to drive. You do come out of a race, generally speaking, though, with occasionally some brown underwear.
Brown underwear, yeah.
It is one of those where things can... What a move by...
That's beautiful, and he's going to have the DRS.
Juan Correa with an absolute manoeuvre.
And Victor Martins is going to come into pit lane and save himself the humiliation.
Well, that's the thing. I think everybody now up front has pitted, and that's going to promote Juan Correa to the lead.
Yeah. Antonelli stopping now. Interesting. He obviously... pick of when he wanted to stop this race, obviously not having a teammate.
Exactly. He's well, that's the thing in Formula 2. Occasionally, well, most of the time actually, you tend to find that the leading car
that would
gets
really
strategy.
That would rip your undies, wouldn't it? That your teammate gets promoted to Formula 1 halfway through a race weekend.
Well, I think it wouldn't be the best. It wouldn't be the worst.
It wouldn't be like, it'd be one of those real weird empty feelings, eh?
Yeah.
Of like, good on him.
Good on him.
Really fucking wish that was me.
Great.
But
I can score some more points. But
no one's going to give a shit because everyone's going to be talking about my teammate.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Now, quite the scenario there.
B-Man, while we have a minute, because nothing seems to really be happening in the race, is there a fat protest going on outside Swanky?
Yes.
I'm going to have to get involved in this. B-Man's on the Sky Sport poster for the weekend.
Is he?
Yeah, he's if you look on Sky Sports, you see Oliver Behrman.
What?
As Antonelli makes a move on Monet,
he's gone real
who
wide.
runs him all the way up, off into the paint. Goes Jacques Brunet. And I'm going to have a look at this protest, because this is actually... I love a protest. I love a row. Oh, heavens.
Indeed. Stop the race, though, because we've got Juan Correa in the lead.
What?
Well, yes, Juan Correa's in the lead.
Oh, sick.
It's pretty interesting to see.
Lunet's
made an absolute move down the middle of the straight.
I'm going to get in shot. Oh, fuck.
What's going on,
Jesus,
James?
there's a big old Palestine protest.
Oh, is that why they closed the road?
Yeah, that's why you're late. Well, excuse that then. I thought it was a protest against you.
Well, it could have been. As we've got Antonelli, who's been re-overtaken by Jacques Lunet, but Antonelli really got the car underneath him.
Yeah, he looks like he's feeling good.
He does look under control, the young Italian, as he's just made his way past now Crawford for that cherished second spot, it seems, or third spot potentially. Yeah, third spot. As he's run a bit long there, Antonelli, and he's rookie mistake. But once again, nothing wrong with that when you're a young man, a young buck, and it's your second race in Formula 2. But big mistake there for Antonelli, and it could cost him in the long run.
Well, he's made a couple. He had that lock earlier on in the race as well, so he's learning slowly. This is good. I can see everything that's happening outside. I feel safe about that. We're rejoining here on lap 29. Not much going on, James, but how's life? I'm pretty good, mate. Got quite a lot to do today.
Running the Dr. Pepper today.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know, I like to be a bit, left field like that,
Well, that is quite out there for a choice of drink, especially out here in Europe.
Yes, yeah, quite.
And yeah, so Antonelli with the big mistake there, running just really wide into T1 and not being able to stop the car, and Jacques Lunet taking full advantage of it.
Lots to do today, mate. Got this, we're obviously here doing this, and then I've got to hightail it down to my parents' place, pick up a car for the weekend. Then back here, we're going to do the Formula 1. Then I'm back off home, going to pack, and then first thing in the morning, down to Cornwall. And then,
so I take it the missus hasn't quite let you do
no,
the
foot's been put down on that one, and I'm off on holiday.
Well, that's a shame, chat. As you can tell, James obviously backing out on his previous requirements of basically being able to commentate on his best friend's race, which he'll now won't be doing.
No, well, I can enjoy it as a fan, so that's I'll consider.
What, you don't enjoy this?
As we see Antonelli making a move there,
once again gone a bit straight into T1,
dicing it up with the angry young Frenchman. No, I'll be able to enjoy it as a fan. I'll be able to be as passionate as I like because I won't be being filmed. I could do it from Cornwall. That's no worries. One of us is going to have to do it. I could do it from Cornwall, or you could do it from here.
I'll be doing it from here, mate.
There you go.
I guess that's the...
Put a vote in the chat. Would you rather me do it from Cornwall or Clem do it from here?
Actually, put a poll on that. Give us the results.
All right, but let's focus on this race.
Yes. Not much going on, but Taylor Barnard second, Amaury Cordial third. A little bit of a mixed bag there in terms
Barnard,
of
who started in the pit lane.
Yeah, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, good on him.
Stored it on the formation.
Indy.com, let's go see what the poll's giving. Oh, a lot of people saying Clem and Frankie. Oh, Clem coming out on top there with 86% for the moment.
I'm going to take that as a compliment that the back motors want to allow me to have a holiday for the first time in 3 years. They're voting for me, but really they're voting for you. You know?
Yeah. I see how it is. Trying to make more
chat,
bullshit out of a
the chat appreciates
situation.
the necessity for me to look after my mental health.
75 votes there, 77 for old Novalak to the 18 for James.
There you go, mate. Hey, bask in your own glory. I don't give a shit. I'm off on holiday.
But so me and Frankie will be taking over the comms box, chatting some rubbish probably.
Good stuff.
You can tune in. Will you be tuning in?
Yeah, I'll dial in.
Will you be part of the fellow listeners there? And watchers?
Absolutely, mate. I'll be contributing. I'll be on the
chat.
The hype train thing.
Oh, yeah. Will you be gifting some subs, will you?
Probably not.
A lot of people asking whereabouts in Cornwall you're off to.
Well, I can't say that.
Isn't it Cornwall? Isn't like Cornwall a city?
Yeah, it's like a bloody, area.
Oh, how good.
What do they call them? District?
District? The district attorney. As the angry Frenchman, Isaac Hadjar's just got past Antonelli again. So Antonelli really just not struggling on those tyres, but it's been a bit of a hectic race for
He's been a bit one step forward, one step backwards this race, Antonelli.
He's been going forwards and backwards just based purely on the fact that he just made a mistake out of that Jacques Lunet overtake. And he's found himself dicing it up with many different drivers. There's Maloney now in P10, so Maloney's clearly got some pace.
Miata serving his penalty in a pit stop, is he? Or no, that's just how slow they were.
And if you take away the top three, who are obviously clearly on the alternate strategy, Maloney now in P7.
He's stalled.
And he's stalled, indeed. He has stalled.
Shit day for old mate Miata.
Not a great day for Miata. But what can I say?
There's more protest.
I know. Crawford Antonelli incident, forcing another driver off the track, has been noted. Obviously, that was Antonelli driving Crawford quite significantly to the outside.
Yes, indeed.
T11.
That was tasty.
But Hadjar looking like he's got some pace because he's really heading for that Crawford P6 right now. Quite interesting there. Isaac Hadjar gunning for his first podium of the year. What's one?
What do you mean?
A lot of people just typing the number 1 in chat there. Not really sure why. But what can I say? The Red Bull Junior really going at it for the old dams.
Yeah, what is this one?
Oh, they're showing their support for Callum. I don't know. It's got to be...
Eh? Oh, one is for... Okay. Okay, there's some context that we've completely missed.
Yeah, we've completely
that I
missed
think
it.
would be best to stay away from.
Yeah.
Right, on board with Antonelli, live, lap 12 of 28.
He's making some moves. Had a little chat there with old Kimmy. He's
Did he?
liking the car today. He is liking the car. He's enjoyed driving it this weekend. Shown a bit more performance than Bahrain last week. He was sending me messages actually trying to get some tips and pointers on how to not put it in the wall in Jeddah. Something that I've managed to do over my
Did you
3
put it
years
in the
there.
wall?
I've never have.
Oh, right.
And as a result, yeah, you know, I'm quite the driver around that racetrack.
That's not true, is it?
No. Have I?
You put it in the wall.
Technically, I put it in another car.
You put it in the wall in the first 300 yards of your first attempt at Jeddah.
That was actually my first ever Formula 2 career.
Yeah, good start. Somebody's making a move for the net race lead here. Fittipaldi down the inside. On that medium tyre now. He's made a move on OG Kushmini, who led earlier on.
A lot of people saying, I doubt people are sending you messages. Quite rude, actually.
Who, what?
Just people just not believing what I'm saying.
Oh.
Actually, funnily enough, had a quick call yesterday with old Victor, trying to tell him to keep his head up.
Yep.
And actually spoke to good old Gabby, little BB.
Yeah,
good friend of the show.
Well, he's had a shocker.
Yeah, he's not had the good weekend.
He's really had a shocker.
Well, it's not really been all his fault, but especially today.
As you say, mate, Formula 2 giveth and Formula 2 taketh away.
Exactly.
That's how Bruno keeps it interesting. So we rejoin on 13 of 28.
And Fittipaldi has inherited the
bit.
lead. Yeah, it's not really been the most entertaining race, has it?
No,
not much
it's
crashing.
sort of going the same way yesterday's race did, where it
has been quite tame.
Kind of shit.
For Formula 2, really, you expect, sort of big moves, big crashes.
Well, it
every
needs
now and
to
then.
up its game. I mean, commercially.
Yeah. You're going for F1 here, so...
The goal's open. You know what I mean?
Victor Martin's really pushing there, quite close to the exits.
Miata's letting everybody through. Very gentlemanly of him. Very Japanese. Very polite.
Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, the goal's open. And with Formula 1 being so terrible this year.
You got to give it your best go.
We've got to dice things up in Formula 2 to make it that...
Just that more entertaining.
Needs just that oomph, doesn't it? Like, it needs something... Like what Formula E has with the overtake thing,
As we've got Franco Colapinto here, quite close to the back of Victor Martin.
Saucy.
Martin. And Fittipaldi just keeping that gap wide open. Hadjar trying to hold on to the back of Jacques Lunet. It seems to be that Antonelli's just sort of keeping that gap. And there you go, Franco Colapinto's just got past Victor Martins. And... what a weird start to the year for Victor Martins.
Yep, he's going to be scratching his head, that's for sure.
I think more than just himself, I think the team will be too, as they've come off.
Yeah, his teammates not doing too hot either.
Well, to be honest, the thing is, ART known for winning its championships last year, probably had the best year ever that they've had in Formula 2.
Yeah.
And just lacking pace, lacking consistency. And Victor, who I regard as probably one of the best talents in that grid right now, has just not not been doing so well. Interesting.
Yeah, no, it is, mate. It is, mate. I mean, yeah, having a similar year so far to that when they had Lundgaard and Armstrong.
Yeah.
Lundgaard looked alright from time to time, but it usually didn't go his way, and Armstrong was just fucking dog shit down the back the whole fucking time.
As we've got Fittipaldi literally clearing up a massive gap now of 1.3 seconds between himself and Miney. So really sort of settling into that race rhythm here on the medium tyres. Hoping for no cliff.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, we've heard all weekend how there's no dig in Saudi Arabia. Let's see if that proves true.
Let's see indeed. They did box quite early on those softs. Oh, quite a late night for me, and I can really feel it today.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's itchy.
No, not quite.
No.
Well,
fastest lap for
Fittipaldi.
Fittipaldi. He's really putting his foot down here.
he's putting his foot down, and he's gone faster than he did on the super softs with the medium. So clearly, not much deg.
No.
And it's proving to be that the fuel
Yeah.
is the fuel effect of lightening up the cars there is definitely making quite a big difference. And Pinto's gone straight on, and he's stalled. Oh, no.
Oh, that's a shocker. Now, what's this going to mean? I think it's an undoubtable safety car. What's this going to mean for strategy?
Yeah, this is going to throw a spanner in the works there. Correa going to make...
Is Correa sitting pretty?
Well, the thing is,
Depends
it's
on
just...
the time. Where is he on the track?
It's not just that. It's just at the sort of wrong time, because putting on a set of super softs right now, you're still having to do 13 laps of this race. Now, it may be a gamble, but it's a gamble worth taking in that position. It's just going to be a really long stint on those super softs.
It's made life easier for those medium tyre runners, of course.
Indeed, as well. It's sort of going to extend their stint. And Colapinto, yeah, he's broken suspension. Quite clear to see he's hit the wall there. Not the first time he's done that this weekend.
No.
And he's probably entered that braking zone, and the rear's just given up.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty sick of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, no, it's just given up.
It's just given. Yeah, it's like that's actually my laundry rack did that the other week.
Did it?
Yeah, the screw just bent and it just went, and it's all fucked now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you've yet to replace that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a shame for
Actually,
the man
the new
from
one's meant to be
Argentina.
arriving today. I should check on that. I got a heated one.
Heated laundry rack. Quite the purchase from you.
Yeah, I know. It's really splashed out. Got a deal on it though, 42 quid. Most of the other laundry racks, non-heated, were in the high 20s.
Oh,
It's Correa pits.
Correa pits,
Safety
so he's
car's
taking
been
the gamble.
called and Correa boxes.
When Correa is going for the win.
Oh, he's already he's been
He's
through.
already boxed.
He's boxed. We've missed it, but he's
And
changed his tyres.
Is he going to exit in the lead?
Yeah, he is. He's done an overlap.
Oh, wow. Juan Correa could be into this race. What is going on? Let's hope those tyres really do stay on.
And Barnard from the pit lane
It's going to be in a
is
solid...
also looking pretty good.
Fittipaldi in the box. What's going on? Why... Oh, they've required the cars to run through the box. That is why. No, Juan Correa has not stopped. We've made a massive blunder on
fuck.
this.
So no one's allowed to stop.
Apart from Barnard, who has stopped and who has indeed
He's
gained
just
a
said,
spot.
fuck it, max penalties today.
Well, he's gone. Let's hope for the best. At this point, Juan Correa in the lead of the race hasn't boxed for softs. Now, it'd be quite interesting to see whether the pit lane's been... you maybe not able to change those tyres, but I don't believe that's the case under safety car as such. So
Yeah, but
let's
if they're
see.
forcing the cars through the lane.
Yeah, but I still don't think it would compromise the how would you say, the ability to box per se, as Juan Correa still on those medium compound tyres. I see we've gone two different strategies here, because this has managed to group the pack up. So even if one does miss a couple of positions there at the beginning of the race, he's banking on the fact that those mediums aren't going to last. He's going to be able to box to the super softs with about 7 laps to go and use that 3 second a lap advantage to be able to make as many overtakes, and hopefully for him, another safety car. Barnard, on the other hand, is going to try and just drop everyone as quickly as he can, make use of those super softs. Will they last? I don't know, but let's see.
Okay, well, mate, it sounds like we're in for a good one.
He's had a pit stop already, correct?
Yeah, because he's gone through the pit lane, but I don't believe he's actually stopped to change tyres.
Has Correa changed his tyres? Could somebody let us know?
Yes.
We believe not.
We believe not, but he may have.
But if he has, then
No, I don't
grouse.
believe he has because I saw the yellow sidewalls on the tyres.
Yeah, makes
Barnard has.
Barnard
So
definitely has.
He's going for a...
He's going for a slap on the wrist.
Well,
Potentially.
well, it could be a win, but it could be a massive loss too. Let's see. Welcome to Formula
You
2.
say that about pretty much anything, couldn't you?
Yeah, well, you know, that's what we got to go with. Welcome to Formula 2.
Yeah, no,
Spanner in the
absolutely,
works.
mate.
Let's see what
Absolutely.
happens. I missed the opening 4 laps, but this race so far has been pretty boring.
Yeah,
So,
it needed a safety car.
Let's hope for a massive douche here in the last few laps.
Colapinto got the call from Bruno. It was like, hey, do the thing. You know, we've got a,
We need a safety car.
We've got eyeballs on this one. James said the goal was open, and he's right.
Exactly.
We need to bring the Aston Martin back out.
So they've now followed the safety car, even though the panel was
Okay, so now they're not
saying,
going through the pit lane.
Yeah, it's interesting because the panel's saying go through the pit lane, but you're required to follow the safety car, and the safety car has decided not to go to the pit lane. So if the FIA want to be a pain in the arse at this precise moment, everybody should be getting a penalty.
Yeah, do they penalise the safety car? Ooh, Correa radio.
That would be quite interesting. Correa probably questioning whether the strategy was the right call to stay out. It's going to be interesting to last 11 laps on those tyres, but nothing's impossible.
No, too right, mate, too right.
Let's see.
They don't do the verbal text like they do in
No, they
Formula
do
1 for Formula
sometimes,
2, do they?
occasionally, but
Yeah.
it's not as easy to tell. And obviously, we don't want to run into any sort of copyright infringement by having the Formula 1 sound in the background.
No, exactly. Quite
So
right.
there you go.
He's upset they didn't pit.
I wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, part of the reason I can't hear it as well is mainly due to my racing career. I'm normally quite deaf in one ear, as I've been
Yes,
told by
yeah.
many of your ex-girlfriends. Yes, not quite the great listener.
Yeah. Oh, I see where you were going with that. I took it a different way. I'm sorry. But yes, no, you are completely deaf. You can't hear to save it. Yeah.
There you go. But safety car period. They seem to be taking quite a while to get that Franco Colapinto car out of the way.
Yeah. Long safety car for quite a light shunt. It's making that super soft tyre look quite attractive now for this closing 10 laps of the race.
Exactly. I think if you're in Correa's position, you're going to start hoping that the safety car pulls in quite quickly.
You're asking questions, aren't you? I think he's got a box now, surely, doesn't he?
As Miata has been able to unlap himself. So, would that be the end of the safety car on this lap, or would they go around once more for him to join to the back of the pack?
Robs?
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. You're the F2 driver. You tell me.
I don't know. I don't quite know the regulations. It's one of those things where you just sort of...
You just kind of go with the flow.
You go with the flow and hope that you're not making a mistake.
Whatever the right vibe feels like,
Yeah.
just go with that. Yeah.
Well, it's sort of... Michael Massey's had a bit of a... he's changed those laws quite a bit recently, and so it's quite difficult to know what happens at the end of a safety car these days.
Make it.
That was so not right. Oh, as you see Antonelli there sitting quite nice and pretty in P8. He's
loves
looking
a
to have a
lock-up.
nice little top 5.
He just loves a lock-up. That's my concern with
Well,
Antonelli.
Who knows? Let's see if those fronts last. A lot of people saying not many people want to watch F2 again after something's happened.
Oh, really?
Yep, as we see Behrman there sitting in the pit lane, chilling out with his boys.
Yeah, he's got the Ferrari kit on now.
Yeah, he's walked in and just... Do you know what that is?
So
That's a
fellas,
massive power move.
Yeah, catch you never.
Catch you never, yeah.
See you never.
Got
Fucking
myself
who
a
are you?
nice seat.
Who are you?
Who?
He liked my message on Instagram.
Oh, you sent
Didn't
me
get a
heart.
reply. Didn't get a reply.
I got
but
a
I
little
did get
heart back.
Yeah.
Good kiddo.
Missed a big time, but you know, he's still. I appreciate the acknowledgement of my existence. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
Yeah. Paul Aaron there. He's on the super soft tyre, so he'll be looking pretty racy out the box on this restart.
Is he? I think you're talking about Cordeal here.
Oh, is that Cordeal, is it?
It is indeed
Okay, so
Cordeal.
he might struggle. Or he might not.
Not
Hey,
biased at all,
He might
James.
not.
As we've got Fittipaldi, who was in a lovely position ahead of this safety car. Let's see what happens. Safety car ending in this lap. We've got the great sort of comeback from Maloney as well in P10. So he's obviously probably going to gain a couple of positions from pit stops from guys in front of him. But let's see what happens. Let's see.
No, absolutely, man. I cannot pick a winner at this point in the race. I really can't.
It is quite the race, isn't it?
I mean, as we've just been saying, it's gone from a real shitter to actually
quite interesting. It's got a very different scenarios that could be taking place in the sort of next 10 laps. Yeah, or 9 as we cross the line there for Taylor Barnard, Amaury Cordeal to hold on to those super softs, and for Correa to try and go for a late pit stop and maximise as much as he can from that brand new rubber.
Correa's started backing them up already at the chicane.
He's making some weaves.
So he might go really early here.
He could do. It could be quite. We could be in for a surprise here.
I've always liked the Bottas of taking it right to the line. And
the only problem in Formula 2 is that you get a lot of drivers that like to, kind of similar to what happened to Grosjean in the Formula 1, back in the Formula 1 days. Correa with a wee lock up. He's trying to give that, trying to get, is he gone? He has gone. No, is he? Yes, he has. He has gone indeed. Trying to put a bit of smoke there in the eyes of Amaury Cordeal before his what a restart by Juan Correa.
Caught Cordeal absolutely napping.
Tell you what it is. I reckon that was that tyre smoke.
Could be. He's also got 2 relatively inexperienced drivers in between him and Fittipaldi.
Fittipaldi, massive restart. He is on those.
Fittipaldi's rapid today. Already making a move down the inside of. He is on
those softs, I believe.
Jacques Lunet's just gone there, along with Taylor Barnard, who's still side by side with Fittipaldi,
and he's
now
sort of
tucked in behind him as they go into 4.
It's going to be quite interesting to see how long these softs can last, because they really didn't last long in the initial part of the race.
OG Kushmani now looking
and
menacing
Barnard
on the back.
Really struggling.
Yeah, he's really. He's like he can't turn the tyres on. He's on those brand new softs,
and he's just not getting them up to temperature. Quite interesting though. Correa's sort of got himself a little bit of a lead over Cordeal.
Yep.
Fittipaldi trying to catch up to the back of Cordeal inside that 1 second gap now.
And I think he will do. I think he's in quite a nice bit of real estate here actually to sort of time that run quite well, Fittipaldi, and not take too much out of the tyre.
Indeed. OG Kush trying to get back up as well.
Oh, and somebody's got an issue. Someone's going slow. Is it Hajar?
Hajar's had a shocker. What's happened to Hajar? Oh, he's had a shocker.
It's Hajar.
He's had a nightmare. What's happened?
Oh, there's going to be... We're going to learn some new French words here today, folks.
We may well do. Oh, no.
Hang on. Let's see if we can hear this.
Something wrong with the throttle, I've heard, but could be wrong. Young Frenchman's not had the easiest start to this year.
Yeah, is he laughing?
Is he laughing or is he crying?
Having a seizure? We don't know.
Could be all three. But yeah, no, Hajar struggle central here. I think he's lost the throttle. As, yeah, same problem as yesterday for Isaac Hajar, apparently.
Oh dear.
But, no, quite the entertaining start to this race.
OG Kush putting a little bit of pressure on. There's a little bit of a lock-up again for Antonelli. And that's given a sniff to Patrick Swayze, who's all over the back of him now. DRS enabled as they come down into 4. Is he going to put the move on? No. Wisely tucks back into place. He's going to follow him for another lap.
As we've got Maloney, who's picked up a spot there on Victor Martins as well at the beginning of this opening scuffle.
Yeah.
And
sort of synchronised forcing another driver off the road there.
Quite interesting to force a driver off the track. Usually quite a bit of a reprimand there.
There's no real forcing another...
Well, I don't think he could have gone anywhere else. Had he tried to hold his position...
That turn 1 and 2 in Saudi Arabia really opens the window for that kind of situation of like, he pushed me, he started it, that kind of bullshit. We saw a lot of it with Verstappen and Hamilton when they were going out in 2021. All over that first turn 1 and 2. He went off the track. He pushed me off the track. Yeah, but you went off the track. Yeah, but because you pushed me off the track. It's just annoying. You know what I mean?
What's the reason behind the shades there, James?
The studio light gave me a bit of a migraine yesterday.
Oh, yeah. No good. As we tuck back into this race, and we've got... who is in front? Correa, closely followed by Cordeal. Cordeal on those super softs. He's going to try and make a move ASAP if he can. he's really relying on banking on the fact that those tyres need to last to the end, and it's not the case usually when you follow a car.
Yeah, so, but he still does have to stop Correa, does he not?
He does, but I'm talking from the Cordial point of view in the sense that Cordial, with clean air in front of him, will have a much better chance of trying to hold on to those tyres till the end. As Mighty makes a move.
OG Kush.
OG Kush really using all of the track available to him, and Victor Martins has really done an Isaac Newton this year.
He really just can't make progress, can he?
It's just going backwards and backwards and backwards for the
so Correa's got to stop this lap, right? Do we agree?
I believe Correa will probably be stopping inside of the next 2 laps, yes. This probably being the best, I would say. But let's see. O'Sullivan and Dirksen in an incident. Quite difficult to distinguish between the 2 drivers under this new sort of FIA thing, because, you know, there's no comma. Could Dirksen O'Sullivan be a guy? Or is he 2 separate entities?
I feel like we should be able to do the light lifting on that one.
No, maybe we should, but for the viewers out there, quite difficult to distinguish between the 2. But as we look at Amory Cordial just sort of taking off here, and it's just as absolute making a gap to the cars behind, trying to get as much time as he can out of those tyres before they just cliff.
So Antonelli's now pesting on the back of Crawford, but
he is quite close to his rear end.
Now behind OG Kush, who's
no,
now...
it's not OG Kush actually. It's Barnard, who's just
yes.
really a clog for all those guys behind.
He's a Dutch piece of footwear, is he? Wooden clog.
He's a wooden clog.
What are you going to call him next? A tulip? A windmill? Really the windmill in this situation.
As Fittipaldi's just driving an absolute insane race.
He's got so much pace. Is he going to do them both here? Fittipaldi.
Oh!
This could be massive! Oh! Pandemonium! Enzo Fittipaldi does 2 in 1. How do you like that?
Do you know what that was? Backbone!
Yeah, that was huge.
Massive move.
That was huge.
By Fittipaldi, who's just... He's put himself... Well, he's going to win this race.
Yeah.
Unless something goes really wrong.
Something's going to have to go really wrong now.
He's won this race.
Holy shit, what a move.
What a move from the man from Brazil. Just absolute dive. Quite interesting to see Juan Correa.
And 2 in 1 from Antonelli as well. Oh,
And
but
he's
he's driven everybody off the road.
Interesting strategy there to make a couple of positions into one.
Yeah, I mean...
Just, he's not quite had the braking right into that T1 corner.
He's fucked that.
He's had a few nightmares.
Hadge back, that's going to be as hot as a sauna in that helmet. He will be absolutely steaming mad.
Yep. And I'm just...
somebody at Campos is going to get an earful. I'm just glad it's not me.
Somebody at Campos, but I tell you what, his probable call with Dr. Marco, I would see him as probably the only character on that grid who would do most of the speaking.
Yeah.
So... Quite interesting to see such a difficult
gets
start.
A penalty for something?
Dirksen as a penalty.
Don't know what that's
10 seconds, probably for a sort of position. Oh no, leaving the track and gaining an advantage from Dirksen. As Barnard has just really selected reverse.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out where Maloney even is. I mean, so he's okay.
He's P8. He's
P8.
steadily coming back up the field.
Okie doke.
He's probably going to have a couple of overtakes on him because it looks to be that those tyres are definitely not holding on the car of Amory Cordial, and Correa does have to box yet again.
Yeah, I don't know why he hasn't stopped.
Which, yes, is a bit of a pickle to me. I think he's probably waiting for a safety car at this point. But it doesn't seem like the super softs hold a massive advantage over the mediums.
Even with a safety car, he's going to drop himself so far down. Like, it's pointless.
Yeah, maybe they've just forgotten.
Yeah, they've probably forgotten. Look, he's having a fun race out there. He's fucked either way. Let's just keep him out there and he can have a bit of fun.
And then maybe box on the last lap.
Box on the last lap and be like, oh, well. You know, well, it doesn't matter if you've got fastest lap.
No, but it just matters for the record.
Takes it away from someone else, and to ruin somebody else's day is just as good as having a good day yourself, isn't it?
You know what? It can be. Occasionally is in the world of motorsports.
Yeah. Ocon did that to, I mean, his words to Tom Blomqvist when he took him out of Macau. He said, well, if I'm going out, you're going out with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Quite a statement.
Yeah, prep.
But
23 of 28. Correa still in the DRS range of
Amory Cordial.
So
It seems to be Cordial's selecting reverse now, and Antonelli quite close to the back of Crawford, who's quite close to the back of Miney, who's quite close to the back of Correa, who's quite close to the back of Cordial. Bumper to bumper action.
You can almost describe it as a motor race, mate.
Yeah,
He's still got that DRS pumping wide open. He's going to stay in the window, so he's going to shape. As OG Kush smoking up.
Huge smoke up there from OG Kush. And we've got Correa with the DRS.
This should be pretty simple. And as we get a fastest lap from Fittipaldi, who's just
on a different planet to absolutely everybody else. That VAR is
very
just working.
straightforward from Correa.
And Correa's gone straight, and this is going to...
Correa's turned a victory into a loss there.
He really has, and this is going to be an absolute shit show
me.
going into T4, and Correa sticks it down the inside, and is he going to keep it on track?
Jesus, keep it in the paint, son. Holy
Look
heck.
at this.
And OG Kush Mighty sniffing around the outside gets it done.
Manoeuvre from OG Kush. Clearly not worried about that smoke up on the front right that he did in the last corner, and he's going and going and going.
And that's for a podium as well. He's bought himself some margin, and OG Kush should really be able to get something done on Correa here, because he's going to have the pace.
He's going to have the pace. He's going to have the tyres on him, as we see.
Jacques Lunay!
Virtual safety car there, just kicked into gear. Something's happened.
Okay.
Something's happened.
Now, Dams. Wake
up. Are you going to box? Now's probably the time.
Wake up, James.
Oh,
and is that...
we've got Zach O'Sullivan. Could that be pit lane closed? No, I don't believe so. I don't believe so, because he would probably have the opportunity to get back out the pit lane. Yeah, I think...
Oh, we've got the turns available now.
We are on turn
Someone
two.
at F1 TV showed up for work. Maybe he got held up because of the protest.
Maybe. That's O'Sullivan, who's had a bit of a mare, I believe. Has he done an overlap and spun it into T1? No. Or maybe... Oh, he has.
Yep.
The thing is, I'd locked up the rears a bit earlier.
Oh, well done.
I'll give him points for not hitting anyone, but in terms of style, it's not quite there. My one, I thought, hitting the inside wall was something special.
Yeah, okay, good.
You know what I mean?
So, yeah, just so you got the suspension damage as well as taking your mate out of the race.
Yeah.
The VSC ends just as Juan Correa does not need it to.
And he's actually fancied himself a little gap to the cars behind. Is he going to be going for...
And Dams is...
keeps going. Interesting strategy choice there from Correa.
Yeah.
Quite interesting.
Cordial around the outside of OG Kush Mighty, who does hold position.
And
Antonelli's locked up
just... I think
again.
he's found a new line into that T1.
Yeah.
He's found a productive line that really allows him to make as much time as he can.
He's struggling with brake temperature, perhaps.
Perhaps he's glazed the front brakes. Quite a regular occurrence in these F2 cars.
He's kind of driving like he's playing PlayStation and kind of giving up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or he's
well,
just
at this
like,
point,
fuck it. He's kind of throwing it around.
I tell you what, at this point on F1 2024 or whatever game you wish to choose, as Aaron's had a bit of a misfortune. Oh, no, he's got tagged?
That's a large amount of dedugery at the last corner there. Is that on the restart?
Was that Victor Martins who hit him from behind? Yeah, no, as you can see, Antonelli just really finding new lines around this dreaded track. I think by this time, though, on F1 2024, you'd probably be looking at a black and white flag, but it doesn't seem to be the case for the young man from Italy.
No.
As Kush Mighty has gone past Amory Cordial and is now sort of settling into that rhythm. He's got a 1.4 second gap to Correa, and Correa is finally boxing.
The strategist at Dams has woken up from his...
slumber.
Yeah,
and
his Vino Rosso slumber.
Oh, good on him. Is he going to box? Now, will Dams fuck this up? I mean, they already sort of have on strategy, but it could be a chance to have a quick pit stop, get back out there. Oh, and as we've got a lock up.
Continues to smoke up.
Yeah. Interesting to see how long those tyres are going to last, but Cordial in a position to really make the most of it, because at this point, there's 3 laps to go. He's going to go white line defence as if it's the last lap of the World Championships in 2015 in go-karts, and really going to hope for the fact that the cars behind are really looking for a scrap to try and get a 3rd position. Could be quite something.
No, good on you, mate.
But at the same time, it'll be a case of if Correa does finish in P3, Sorry, Cordeal does finish in P3. It'll be a case of what could have been for Wayne Correa. Had he gone to the... Well, Cordeal still on the super softs, clearly lasting at the moment. Probably not the best compound to be on, but he is within that second of Miney, so as long as he remains in DRS range of Miney, I think he's in for a shot at the podium, which could be something. Could be a cracker.
Could be something, I mean, yeah.
Backbone.
Yeah, mate, I mean, you said it.
I mean, that would be a backbone drive, actually, arguably. As we got... Fittipaldi has just done a Max Verstappen, is just non-existent in this race. He's barely had any airtime apart from that unbelievable double overtake.
He has actually, well said, mate. Well said.
He's
not
just been
getting the credit he deserves.
Well, I think the credit's there because he's going to come away with a big fat trophy.
Yeah.
But in the sense that really not had that much airtime because I think there's been a bunch of shit fighting going on behind, but he's just driven a faultless race. Yeah. Nothing to say, really.
No, too right, mate. And
5.9 seconds. Sort of levelled off with the gap there. Cordeal in the zone. Cush still smoking up there at the last corner.
And you know, I shouldn't say this because I shouldn't have favourites. I'm well aware of that. But one of my favourite clients, Enzo Fittipaldi.
Enzo Fittipaldi, yeah, no, good kid. Real good geezer.
Yeah, nice family actually. I really like the
family.
Fittipaldis.
Yeah,
Got to know them a little bit in Daytona there as we see Patrick Swayze with a beautiful move
around the outside there, and he's just caught Antonelli napping, who had gone for the defensive manoeuvre but just couldn't quite do much with it.
Yeah, you're seeing experience versus the rookie charger there, aren't you? Antonelli's been getting his braking wrong all day. Actually quite brave to put a move on around the outside of him because you pretty much put the house on you ending up in the paint.
Exactly. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far, but I'd say it'd be quite an audacious move.
He's driven everyone into the paint, so
he has indeed. It's been quite something.
But no, great stuff. Absolutely perfect timing on the brake pedal there from Patrick Swayze. So
and it seems to be that Cordeal, if he remains within that 1 second from Miney, will probably come away with a podium.
Antonelli does look like he might be using a bit too much road there at 7 as well.
Well, you know how it is. You got to maximise as much track. As my old mentor Glenn Gow used to say, if you've paid for the whole track, you may as well use it all.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But, Antonelli using quite a lot of the track, making the most of the space out there.
Here's Enzo Fittipaldi.
Entering his final lap as he's just put another 7/10 on Cush Miney on that last lap. And Cordeal outside of DRS zone, so this could be the chance for Crawford to make a move into the final lap.
Lunet.
Will Jacques Lunet get the move done on the last lap of this race, or will it go down to the wire between himself and Amaury Cordeal? He does have DRS now. He's sort of gained some...
Cordeal's put his foot down.
The only problem there is Miney's just really struggling around that last corner because Cordeal just makes so much time up on him.
Okay, so this could get quite spicy through here.
Cordeal just really trying to get out of the toe so he doesn't get too close to Miney and it doesn't compromise him into the first part of the lap. Because as soon as he loses that DRS to Crawford, it's game over.
If I'm Miney, I'm not sweating too much here. I think...
Oh, no, quite the opposite. If I'm Miney, I'm sitting pretty. I think the man under pressure right now is Amaury Cordeal.
Oh, absolutely.
And Jack Crawford is going to be trying to make a move there to...
And Hauger's not going to be looking to undo a really solid weekend with yesterday's inherited win, today's P5, solid points in the championship.
Exactly.
Bam in a no-show, of course, with his Formula 1 duties. You know, he's not going to be doing anything silly.
No, I don't believe so. The only move that we could potentially see is maybe a move from Maloney, as it seems to be that Antonelli's almost out of that DRS zone there. But let's see what happens.
Struggling here.
I think he's hit that cliff.
And Correa's P14, absolutely nowhere.
As we got a black and white flag there for track limits for Taylor Barnard, who's himself been taking quite a lot of the track. As we've got that 1 second gap, is it going to be enough? I mean, I'd love to see Fittipaldi win this race, but can you please show us what's going on with P2, P3 and P4, because that's going to be a hell of a last corner. As there is a tiny gap between Hauger and Crawford that was down to almost 0.00. Please show us behind us. Yes, well done. Is it? Oh, Cordeal's got that 1 second gap. It's going to be an absolute massive dedugery into the last corner. Could you please show us P2?
Right there.
Could you please show us P2?
They're probably 3 wide in the last corner, but we just don't know about it. And there's been an overtake. We haven't seen it.
Fucking shit.
But good stuff, Crawford, who currently leads that charge. We're seeing the MP Pitbull Is he going to make a move? It's going to be close across the line. It might be Hauger. It is Hauger. We haven't seen fucking any of that. So
thank you to F1 TV for an absolute shocking coverage of those last two corners. I'm real happy for the fact that Fittipaldi won a race, but let's face it, he wasn't going to hit a wall. So it would have been nice
Great stuff from Patrick Swayze, taking another podium.
Nah, I'm fucking fuming.
I'm absolutely furious with the powers that be at Formula One Media. You've absolutely fucking dropped the ball there.
We've not been able to see fuck all from that last corner. We don't know what happened. We will get a replay for sure, but it's just past that live moment where we've got that final result, which has really fucking pissed me off.
Yeah, mate.
But Dennis P3.
Yeah, good stuff.
Cracker.
Yeah, you love to see it. You love to see it. So I think he may well be leading the championship now.
I don't believe so. Finally.
There we go. Replay. Oh, this is fantastic stuff. All the way around the outside. Patrick Swayze. And he's just pumps
made
the DRS.
Inched it at the line there.
It's like the Piston Cup. That was stupendous stuff. What a shame we missed it.
Yeah, which would have been great to see live, but not quite to be, according to F1 TV. Thank you, though, for the amazing coverage.
Somebody's getting sacked.
Yep. As we see Fittipaldi. And 6 retirements from this race. 5, sorry. No, 6, 6 retirements from this race. Quite chaotic.
Yeah, very much so.
Nothing can be said of the absolute masterclass that Fittipaldi put on. VAR, having not been a great car in the last couple of years in Formula 2, coming away with a massive win.
They seem to have got it right.
They've got it really right, and Fittipaldi just nailing it. Would have been nice to see what would have been happening with Behrman out there, but Fittipaldi, wow.
Yes, indeed. Converting well.
Converting well in a P2, but
he'll be disappointed
about Fittipaldi, he's crossed the T's and dotted the I's and just flawless performance.
And actually, as somebody who's recently typed his name quite a lot, there are many T's and I's to cross in Fittipaldi.
Indeed. As Hauger's just absolutely ecstatic at the fact he's finished P3.
Yeah, he's absolutely.
I
think he may have jizzed in his race suit, and quite rightly so.
Yeah, no, I think he deserves every sort of accolade from this absolute wagon drive.
Quite right. No, quite right.
Do you know what I call that? A backbone manoeuvre.
No,
we've had a couple of backbone manoeuvres. This race was
much better than the sprint.
I'll tell you what.
Much better than the sprint.
Until that safety car, it was looking like an absolute shitter.
Yeah.
But it's just actually turned into a massive dodoogery filled with backbone manoeuvres. And now we see the most rewarding drivers get that 1, 2, 3, which they've deserved.
Yeah, I reckon I might struggle to chop through this. Yeah.
Lois has been in the car for an hour and a half.
Oh, really? She's been in the car for an hour and a half.
Oh, that's no good. Well, I think we're probably going to call it here in terms of this F2 coverage. Maybe, James?
I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do about this car situation. Oh, well.
Looks like you may do the commentary tomorrow.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, Enzo Fittipaldi climbs out of the car and we're going to figure out what I'm going to do over the next few hours, and we'll see you back here for the Formula One, no matter what.
Very, very soon. See you later, chat. Backbone. Oh, Aubrey with the Tier 1 sub. Things you love to see.
Yeah, people can. Yeah,
cheers. Bye-bye.
Get some cash.
Yeah.